Alright, hang on, let me just play that. Pause. Okay. You see the image of the person there, the with the chakra points on his body? I made the positive energy generator, but I think they may have blanked my mind because because of what it was doing at a certain point. So instead of me actually wearing it to my side, like around my waist, like I was supposed to, I kept wearing it on my chest as a necklace or whatever, right? So the problem with that is that it was healing me, but it wasn't capturing all of my chakra points. As you see there, right by this, this image of this guy's waist, that's where the first one of the first chakra points is, and then it goes all the way up until it goes to the crown where your head is. So I was supposed to keep this thing by my waist, not on my chest. So when I actually started to change the method around and kept it towards my waist, it started to heal like it was supposed to. And this also pretty much helps you realign your chakra plates, because they do mess with those with these weapons. Anyway, I was actually able to get some sleep last night. Now this is what I did. Not only did I use the head shielding, in fact, let me go ahead and put that on now because I just got back in here actually. Throw this on. Not only do I use that blue, that lead cap or whatever. Not only do I use that, but I also, like I mentioned before in my previous videos, I took an air mattress. It was this twin size one. I made it into like a sleeping bag. Just cut the side open, the little parts that keep, that hold both the top and bottom ends together. I snipped those apart, and not cutting a hole in it. You just got to cut it in between, and then it's just immediately you're able to fit yourself right in there. I used that as like a sleeping bag, and then I had the cap on as well as the anti V2K headphones or headset or whatever. Now, not only was I doing that, I was listening to Zikaos tones as well. So I have something that basically helps both repel and channels the frequencies from hurting me from my ear canal to somewhere else with the earphones. But the problem with the earphones is that they started basically trying to hit me with these weapons elsewhere. So this is usually what they do when it comes to shielding. They're not going to just beam in at one location anymore. They're going to try to recalibrate the weapons in order to hit you somewhere else, in order to continue the process of what they were doing previously. This is what happens, as it mentioned in the article before, with the nano. Like, as soon as it starts getting destroyed in one spot, it basically just, tears it. It pretty much just disassembles itself, and then it reassembles elsewhere. That's the problem, but that's where the anti-nano bucket comes in. But anyway, that is basically pretty much physical shielding you can hold in your hand, and frequency shielding. Utilizing both of these two methods, it definitely helps quite a lot. But you got to be careful, because the clothes that you buy from the not just the clothes that you buy, but also the sheets on your bed, could possibly be made out of conductive material, and the conductive material actually is what makes the attacks worse as well. Now, if you go see Mike Shabala, here's the thing. Even if you could, considering the, I'm pretty certain his stuff works. I have not tried it out myself, but with the significance of this technology, the fact that it has the ability to reassemble itself, and my only worry about this is this, from what Tony Pontalesco is talking about, this nano has the ability to also, repair itself. So that's judging for the fact that they're poisoning this, the stuff in the air, they're poisoning the water, they're poisoning the food, all of this stuff, and that ends up as a result as to why we find ourselves relaced with this stuff. But these events tend to happen more fluently when we're on our own, because we have no one around watching our backs. But if we, and again, this is easier said than done, but like if we were to gather up and actually be able to watch each other's backs, and even as we're detoxing, we can make sure that we could basically be able to stand against these perpetrators if we all stand together. Judging from times like this right now, again, it's better to do that than to be out on our own. But and again, it's everyone's choice. What you do is, whatever you feel safest with doing, do that. Whatever is the most comfortable with you, just do that. Just make sure that, like, you're able to protect both yourself and your family when it comes to these times, because like stuff has gotten way out of proportion, as I'm sure most of you have already noticed. Okay, so the exercise that I mentioned before, you could do that outside, or you could actually do that exercise in a controlled environment area that you have set up. What I mean by a controlled environment is like have it to where, like, if this stuff does, if you, because you're gonna have to comb this stuff, either comb it or get a rag or something, and then just wipe it. You could easily just get a, if you, let's say like if you got a haircut, you could easily just, for me at the time I had my haircut, I was able to easily just wipe this stuff right off. But since I have my hair, I got to use a comb. So I use a comb. You can basically use a comb, and you can use some running water. And then as you're doing that, this stuff, the water will basically just start dousing it off your hair. This is why I said it's probably best to do it outside, because you can get a garden hose to pretty much rinse this stuff off. But again, it's just, whatever good method you can find out to deal with that, the better. Now, what you basically getting that out directly, that's one method that, that's an exercise to get it out of there. But I want to find out even more exercises to get this stuff out of the system involving cardio, because technically that's what that exercise is. It's dealing with cardio, but this actually starts to help you burn the fat around your core, pretty much the lower portion of your core that's right in line with your hips. So the other solution that I've actually figured out was steam. When I was basically cooking, like the recipe that I told you guys about, I was utilizing that, and I noticed that every time I went around my crock pot, the steam that would basically come up whenever I take the lid off, the perpetrators would actually start to do noise harassment as a result. So I get the feeling that it was messing with the calibrations. And since this nano is basically inside the pores, steam can actually open up your pores, which will basically leave this stuff vulnerable, and you're able to easily just get it out. So there's one other method. That's another method of detoxification. There are also other methods too, but that's for a later video. Anyway, Cheryl Lewis, she mentioned someone in the comments of the last video that the guy, I can't remember the guy's name, but she mentioned that he had bought some of the shielding. It was like a lead vest, and she said that it didn't help him at all. The thing about this, though, a lot of us are, either some of us are chipped, and there's a possibility that some of us may not even be chipped. We're just poisoned. As far as I know, yes, I have experienced some of this stuff at an earlier age in my lifetime, but the thing about that is that I still have no idea whether I'm chipped or not. I don't know. I don't have any type of valuable evidence to, to pinpoint that fact. The only thing I do know is that this stuff started to become overt and quite obvious when I started getting closer and closer to age 30. And a lot of TIs mentioned the same thing, like, you tend to actually break out of the phases of manipulation around that time. And that's when this stuff actually goes, overt to where they make it obvious. Again, like the shielding and stuff works, but you got to do it in layers. You can't just rely on one thing, because they're going to find a method to get around that one thing. And no shielding out there is 100% guaranteed to protect you. But there is one project that I had put on hold because I did not have, not only was I not in any area where I could build it, but I didn't have the materials to build it either. But now I'm in a position to where I can actually do both. And these are actually shielded walls that are designed to protect you, because I tried this before and I definitely got some amount of relief. I definitely did. And I'm thinking, because I'm seeing at least three different things in layers, if they were put together, it could mean that you could actually have these as a shield around your living space. But it's not, it's just a work in progress. It's not a guarantee. Now, other than that, again, for me, I have multiple things that I'm using as shielding. Like I mentioned before, I've got the, the anti-V2K headphones. I've got the Orgonite, positive energy pendant that I use to realign my chakra points. And then I utilize Zacchaeus' videos as a method of also dealing with this, since he, this is, for the fact that he came out with something like this, this lets you know how heavily targeted he must have been, or at least some kind of idea of how heavily targeted he was. But anyway, as you may know, they don't allow people to own actual Rife machines at all. They've made that illegal. And the guy who, it's mentioned in one of his descriptions here that the guy who sold him the one that he had actually got around like 50 years in jail or something like that because of that. But you see, he's also Zacchaeus is also talking about like they reverse engineered Rife frequency technology, and this is what this is actually what's going on when it comes to the V2K and all of this stuff. It's all dealing with frequency based weaponry. So we need to basically fight fire with fire. Since they're hitting us with negative and bad frequencies, we need to start utilizing good frequencies in order to repel these bad frequencies. But we got to be careful about it. The same thing, like I said, be careful with the with the generator, with the the frequency generator app. Be careful about that, because you need to you definitely need to do the research for which frequencies are good and which ones should be avoided. Because it's just as well as you could find ones to heal you, to help you, there are going to be ones that are also used to also harm you too. So you want to definitely be careful about that. Anyway, with that out of the way, there's going to be 2 videos playing after this. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys quick before I go to bed. This is the shielding that I've made, homemade shielding, by the way. I've got the magnets here all coiled up. The magnets are basically connected in pairs of 2. In pairs of 2 up against their the sides that basically repel one another. And I got my Orgonite pendant here. As you see, it already has built-in copper, so I have outside copper to help it absorb the energy from the sun whenever I go out. I also have some shungite here as well, not very large, but very well in size and still yet effective. Also got a copper coil going around that. Now I will show you the other shielding that I'm going to make in the next couple of weeks, and that's going to be even more powerful than this one. Stay safe, stay strong, everybody. Okay, fellow TIs, I might actually have to talk to the property owner about this, because chances are they probably don't even know this is happening, or maybe they do. So before I get into it, I did talk to them earlier. They were in their perk. They were wearing, perk colors or whatever. They were doing the whole color harassment thing. But, a lot of scripted language too. They would send informants to do the whole, signaling and whatnot. So that was happening too. However, I figured it out, because I knew something wasn't right. So I ordered another shed. I did. They pulled the same stunt. Here's the deal though. This shit was, said to not be delivered until Friday. How come it got delivered today? It got delivered today. So I'm like, something really ain't right. Let me look into this. And I prayed to the Most High that I would find the answer. And I did. I freaking found the answer as to what they did. And guess what? You want to know the best part about this? This is undeniable evidence that they have hacked into my shit. This is more evidence that proves that my stuff was hacked. It proves it because what you are about to see here will tell you all of what you need to know. I needed to find this out because there are still TIs out there using delivery services. Do not use it anymore, because I'm about to show you what they're doing.
It's 4 News Consumer Alert, and Amazon, of course, has become a retail leader in delivering goods, but one Amazon customer says that his order never arrived, even though Amazon records show that it did.
It's a new delivery scam that has Amazon's customers paying for goods they never receive. Here's CBS 4's Julie Watts.
This is the camera that I bought. And Dave Polanco says the third-party seller on Amazon seemed legit. until the delivery confirmation for his order arrived before his delivery.
So I thought that was strange.
Dave's Amazon account only said his package had been delivered to Pleasanton, California, which is where he lives. But when he called FedEx to investigate,
They said, no, this was never addressed to your address. This was addressed to a corporate address.
where according to Amazon, it was handed directly to a receptionist and someone named Ida signed for it.
That is definitely not me.
And he's not alone. Other Amazon buyers are now complaining of what they call a new scam, where third-party sellers send your package without the product to another address in the same city where someone else signs for it, creating a delivery record that prompts Amazon to deny your claim.
All Amazon at the current time seems to check for is that the package shows as delivered and signed for in that same city and state.
Amazon says with the A to Z guarantee, customers are always protected. But like the others, Dave's claim was denied despite FedEx records, not once, but 3 times, after which Amazon said it may not reply to further emails. So we reached out to Amazon, which finally agreed to refund his money, telling us Amazon does not tolerate fraud, and as fraudsters get smarter, so do we. Now, Amazon wouldn't comment on Dave's case or tell us if it confirms a delivery address before denying a claim. But Dave's seller was brand new, and it is always best to choose established Amazon sellers with multiple positive reviews. Julie Watts for CBS News, San Francisco.
Now, I don't promote any of the new, the Beast Media at all. As you see, this video was 2 years ago. But the message is still the same. People, Amazon is scamming people, because you want to know what the end game of this here is, what they basically do in a scenario like this upon when I was researching this shit. Oh, we'll just give you a gift card. The fuck is that? The fuck is that? They'll give you a gift card, but in this guy's case, which is the same thing that happened to me, not once but twice. Twice. The damn thing was mentioned, labeled to be delivered as, this coming Friday. I know I said I wasn't going to order anything, but I wanted to get to the bottom of this because I know there are people still possibly ordering from them. So now that I've confirmed this shit, now you know. Now you know what they're doing. This is open discussion right here. This has been mentioned 2 years ago, and they are still doing it. They are still doing it. People, when I found this, the perps started flipping out. I canceled every fucking order that I had, prior to that last one. I canceled the shit out of that, all of them, because at this point, it's no point. They can't be fucking trusted. They can't. I'm thinking it maybe just to be the perps, right? No. Understand, Amazon has long since been aware of this shit, and they are all for it. The whole damn business is a scam. If it relates to something that is a huge issue to them and the people that they work with, they are going to fuck with that, okay? Remember when I said I was getting the shed and I was getting out of here? They fucked with that because they wanted to keep me on the grid. That's why they did it. Not once, but twice. I didn't have the money to really do this, but I needed to get to the bottom of this. I had to. And I am grateful that I did. And I'm grateful that I did pray because now I know what's going on. This is definitely not a coincidence. This shit is orchestrated. Someone purposely did this. That someone purposely did this. And I'm a TI. So to other fellow TIs, understand, and I know it's bet. Look, it's bet when it comes to Organite, any of that stuff, it's best for you to look on how to make it yourself. Make it from home. Do something like that. Be productive and make it from home, because I'm telling you, you try to get anything that's automatically made, they're gonna fuck with it. And if they don't fuck with it, by preventing you from getting it, they're gonna lace it. This is what they do. These are some no good fucking thieves, man. These are some no good damn thieves. And I know they're going to get punished for what they've done. Not just to me, but to everybody. To all the people they did this shit to. They're enjoying their little gift card crap that these cards that they're getting now. But there's a price to be paid for that shit. There's a price. Oh, yes. There's going to be a price to be paid for that. Rest assured, there will be, and they will not like it. But it's too bad, because remember, you reap what you sow. Stay safe, everybody. Stay strong. And remember, don't order from Amazon because apparently the whole system's a scam. They get your money, and if you make a complaint, well, they're just going to give you a gift card, which basically allows them to keep funds. Okay? It seems like they're going situational with that. So now I caught them in the open about this. This shows it as is. I'll play it for you a second time. As if it will play. But I'm glad I got it the first time. Please tell me this thing is recorded. Awesome, it is. And I claim no copyright for the commercials that are shown. Get out of that.
Now to a CBS4 News consumer alert. And Amazon, of course, has become a retail leader in delivering goods, but one Amazon customer says that his order never arrived, even though Amazon records show that it did.
It's a new delivery scam that has Amazon's customers paying for goods they never receive. Here's CBS 4's Julie Watts.
This is the camera that I bought.
And Dave Polanco says the third-party seller on Amazon seemed legit until the delivery confirmation for his order arrived before his delivery.
So I thought that was strange.
Dave's Amazon account only said his package had been delivered to Pleasanton, California, which is where he lives. But when he called FedEx to investigate,
They said, no, this was never addressed to your address. This was addressed to a corporate address.
where, according to Amazon, it was handed directly to a receptionist and someone named Ida signed for it.
That is definitely not me.
And he's not alone. Other Amazon buyers are now complaining of what they call a new scam, where third-party sellers send your package without the product to another address in the same city where someone else signs for it, creating a delivery record that prompts Amazon to deny your claim.
All Amazon at the current time seems to check for is that the
You see that? Now this is from Mike MKTGA. Let's read what he has to say. I just got thrown into the fire. Amazon asked me to wait 36 hours, and I did. Called them the fourth day, and now I have to make a police report and call them 24 hours after filing the police report. And guess what? I waited. When I call and Amazon asked me for the police report and the police department number, Amazon gets back on the phone, says now I have to wait 3 to 5 business days to see if the police report goes through, and then I can get a refund. I'm screwed. There's nothing I can do. The item was purchased with a gift card, and they really are putting me through anything and everything possible to hold off on the package and or refund. I plan to get all my package delivered to Amazon locations and stop using Amazon altogether. A constant issue for me. Sometimes my package is there and sometimes it is not. My packages aren't supposed to be delivered on the weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and they get delivered whenever. I ask them to notify me of the delivery. Sometimes I get notified, sometimes I don't. It just sucks. I want to cancel my Prime membership and get off the site. You know what, buddy? You're getting a like. You're definitely getting a like because I agree with that. At this point, they can't fucking be trusted. It gets worse. It gets worse. As I mentioned before, A Plain Truth for You mentioned how they were, actually A Plain Truth 5, I believe it was, mentioned how, they were sending people to, intentionally steal packages from delivery drivers, also steal them out of the stores and stuff. So this whole thing is being orchestrated so people don't waste your money. Don't do it. Because it's just a fucking scam. The whole thing is a scam. Oh, you got a problem with your order? It didn't show up? Well, let's just give you a gift card so that they can put you, and that shit fucks up, so that they can put you through all of this bullshit to keep fucking with you. The system's rigged, man. The system is fucking rigged, and these people are playing for the devil, and they don't care. But they gon' care once their time comes. Oh, they're going to care then. I repeat, you reap what you sow. You have the time to change your ways. But if you don't, remember, you've been warned. People told you. Did you listen? Well, that's too bad. Remember, don't have no regrets for when you make a decision to fuck with people, because you're going to actually find out the consequences for those types of actions when you mess with, the anointed. You're going to find out. And I pray that God has mercy on your soul. I truly do. I truly do. Remember, it says in the Bible, you got to be humble, not prideful. You can't dwell on stuff like this. I even seen something in relevance to something like this, like don't. And it actually spoke to me. And you know something? It's funny. I see that, and then this happens today, and then it happened last week. You know, like it says like don't, worry about like even the clothes on your back. Don't worry about like things. It was mostly related to like materialistic stuff. And that really spoke to me because, like, I get it. Because this is the same crap happened with the previous delivery. You can't trust it. So at this point, my plan's gonna have to change because anything coming from them is just gonna be a fucking scam. It's gonna be a scam. I'm gonna end up paying for something that I don't get, and then I'm out of pocket of money, and some thief steals my stuff, signs for it too. And they're coming up, and you see that they're basically defending the person who, by them not pursuing this for what it is, they're defending the thief. People, do you see this? I can't make this shit up. This is happening. There are 77 comments here, man. Many people going through this. Now you have an issue of how do new sellers become established. Thanks for warning, though. I think I'll just not buy anything from anyone anymore. The judges are corrupt. So when you do take someone to court, you never recover by any means. No, you don't. Because you see what they'll do in the court system. If you do have undeniable evidence on their bullshit, guess what they do? They take payments. They take handout payments. They do. And they basically, this is why I'm not even as a TI, I'm not going to no fucking court. Because I don't trust them. I don't. Why? Haven't you not seen what they've done before? Haven't you not seen it when they basically, saying, oh, well, like we got to keep analyzing the evidence just to make sure, we're looking into everything. We need to analyze everything, all the evidence, all the records. And then days turn into months. No. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. And then months turn into years. And you still have not made headway, even when you make your situation publicly known. These assholes are controlled. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They only care about themselves. And that's just how it is. I'm determined to get off grid, everybody. That's going to happen. You best believe that's going to happen. I don't know how. Somehow I'm going to get the materials needed to build my boat. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to figure something out. But staying out here in another month, it's just, that's just not, no. So it's August 4th, okay. It's like it's already 1, so I'm already burning through daylight as it is. But yeah, man, that's just me on that part. I'm not staying here another month. Forget that. And it's as I knew it too. It's just, and I had already called the crap out for what it was. I've been called it out. I knew it was a scam, but understand, I made that extra order for a reason. I wanted to get proof, and I got it. So no one has to fall for this mess themselves.
Package shows us delivered and signed for in that same city and state.
Amazon says with the A to Z guarantee, customers are always protected. But like the others, Dave's claim was denied despite FedEx records, not once, but 3 times, after which Amazon said it may not reply to further emails. So we reached out to Amazon, which finally agreed to refund his money, telling us Amazon does not tolerate fraud, and as fraudsters get smarter, so do we. Now, Amazon wouldn't comment on Dave's case or tell us if it confirms a delivery address before denying a claim. But Dave's seller was brand new, and it is always best to choose established Amazon sellers with multiple positive reviews. Julie Watts for CBS News, San Francisco.
I could check in regards to that, but I don't know. Honestly, man, the best thing for you to do is just buy your shit straight from the store. I mean, that's as best as I can say it. Get yourself straight from the store and deal with it from there. I got some errands I got to run. I got a few things to take care of, but as always, stay safe, stay strong, everybody.